welcome to another video. My name is Caleb S. Holmberg, and I want to say a big thank you for 40 subscribers, and then some. Big milestone, and that's why I've got a special, very special episode for you today. This is I don't know if it's going to be the start of something new, or if it's going to be more just something I'm doing out of the ordinary today, but I'm going to be looking at a game that got a little less attention than it deserves, in my opinion. And that game is called Alfred Chicken. We're going to be looking at Alfred Chicken for the Nintendo Entertainment System and Super Alfred Chicken for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. And we're going to be kind of doing a little comparing and contrasting, just kind of getting into these, show you what it's all about, and maybe give these underrated games a little bit more of a, I don't know, a little bit more of a place on the YouTube. So, why don't we just crack open a Zevia 0-calorie cream soda and get right to it. Excuse me. Alright. So, I have Alfred Chicken booted up here in my emulator because, let me be perfectly transparent with you, buying the original NES cartridge for Alfred Chicken is going to cost you, I can't remember the exact number, but it's at least $200. I'm not 100% sure. I will look it up and probably put a picture right here on the video when I'm editing. But it's an expensive game, so I just downloaded the ROM. I know that's not exactly, I mean, in terms of legality, it's a bit of a gray area, but it's a very it's not quite as much of a well-known game, so shouldn't be a problem, should it? Well, we'll find out. All right, so let's get right into this. So I am using a USB controller. This is like the only USB controller I have. It's a N64 style. So Alfred Chicken, we get some pretty goofy music to start with. And you know, honestly, I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure this one came first before, well, obviously before the Super Nintendo version. But yeah, I'll get to that. I'll get up more on this later, but they are very similar, but they are different. They're not the same game by any means. I think they're sort of, well, I think the Super Nintendo version was definitely sort of a remake, but it's a lot different. Well, I guess depending on how you look at it, I don't know if I'd say a lot different, but it's definitely different from its predecessor. So, we are playing as a chicken, apparently whose name is Alfred. I really have no idea of the story behind this game. Like, I guess I should have done some research on that before making this video, but hey, I really have there's no buts about that. That's something I should have done. But I'm just gonna take this for what it is at face value. I'm an Alfred named Chicken. I'm a chicken named Alfred, and I'm trying to, I don't really know, trying to fight some bad guys or something. There's these mouse guys and like crazy stuff going on here. I don't know where I am. I think this might be Cheeseland. You get these balloons. These balloons here are checkpoints. And let me say that the gameplay here is a lot different from anything I really know of. It's a very unique way of playing. You kind of you can hold the A button to sort of fall a little bit slower, and when you're in the air, you hit the down button, and you'll do like a nosedive. And let me see if I can do it. If you do it for long enough and high up enough, you'll turn into a rocket, which is pretty cool. Alright, so why don't I go in this door and we'll see what's up. And now, part of this, why I think this is a good game, could be because it's sentimental value. I did play this as a kid, and it really is a sentimental game for me, but I really do think it's a quality game, especially for for the Nintendo Entertainment System. They had a lot of games on the system, and finding a real masterpiece is really, well, not, I guess they're not all that few and far between, but it's always good when you find one that really stands out. This is definitely one such game, and you can really tell they put a lot of love into just the animations and like just the how everything looks. There's a lot of detail going on. Has sort of a, I don't know, cartoony look to it, which is definitely a lot more defined in Super Alfred Chicken, but it's definitely present in this one, I would say. Like, every time you jump, he flaps his wings a little bit. I mean, and like I said about the rocket animation, that's just a fun little, cool thing. And one thing that's really fun about this game is you can just hit down and he'll just peck the wall or the floor or whatever's around him, which is obviously fun to do. Oh, that mouse almost got me. Oh, okay, I guess that's the end of the level. Or secret ending, I guess, I found. So we have this little mini game, trying to get these presents in the air. I did not get all those by any means. I missed a lot of them. Thanks, flower. 10. 50. Oh, 50 jewels. I don't know what the jewels do. Probably just points just for your score, whatever. Let's go. Stage 2, and one thing about this game is, on this version of the game is, one thing that makes it hard is, well, I mean, being a NES game, like most NES games, there's really no, there's no saving. You have to start from the beginning every time you play, which, oops, definitely makes it a lot more difficult. Oh man. Alright. Now, let's see. I've said a few things I like about this game. I'm gonna get into a few things that maybe I'm not so crazy about. One thing I'm not so crazy about is the music. I think it could be a lot, I wish the music there was more variety in the music. There's really just 2 songs that play throughout levels, like in any level. They just alternate between like 2 songs. Which, it would be cool if they had some different ones. But it is, I mean, it is what it is. You can still play the game. It doesn't make the game unplayable. It's just, having good music is something I think makes a game, I don't know, it adds a whole lot to a game. The music, that is. Man, I just can't get on this block up here. Alright, so as far as that goes, I mean, I think I've covered most of the bases as far as what I like about this game and what I don't like. I think it's a really fun one. Oh, okay, there's a power-up, it's like a shield, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, if you like just a fun game to play, like, it's not something you can really get very serious about. Obviously, it's about a chicken named Alfred. How serious can you get about that? But maybe you can get pretty serious about it, I don't know. But yeah, and since I just died, I think I'm going to move on to Super Alfred Chicken, which I will get to in just a minute. And we will just look at some of the ways that, say, the gameplay, the music, the controls, the animations have improved or degraded from between the two. And I will get back to you later with that. So this game was created by Mindscape, which was responsible for such famous titles as Lego Island. Alright, so we have our opening screen here, which, and here we go. Alright, I'm gonna hit start here. I should show my controller. And, alright, so you can see right off the... Oops, I guess I bumped the cartridge. Shouldn't do that. So you can see right off the bat here, what I was gonna say is you can see they've sort of, with the better graphical visual technology of the Super Nintendo, 16 bits rather than 8 bits, they're able to sort of better define the style, the artistic style they're going for. And it looks like sort of a, I don't know, just kind of a cartoony, just fun sort of style. Alright, there he is in all his glory. Let's get started. Play the game. I'm gonna hit start, and the controls here are a bit different from the original, which I will get into right here. So it's B to jump, just like the original. You hit down to your little nosedive. Yeah, none of the other buttons really do anything. It's just a little different once we get into it. It's just you do hit down again to peck whatever well, I guess it's sort of your duck move. Your duck. This is a chicken, not a duck. This is your crouch. Now, what is different about this is, instead of on the original where you would just do a nosedive onto these springs in order to do your to bounce higher, you just hold B, which actually is a little bit trickier because if you hold it before you land on the spikes or springs, you will do your little flap your wings so you don't fall as fast, just like in the original. So I guess you just have to push it a little bit after, which it really isn't so bad. So we got the same type of enemies here. Now the level designs are a bit different. Still got the same feel to them, and we got the same music. It's just sort of updated to Super Nintendo synthesizer sounds. Which, I mean, it sounds pretty good as far as Alfred Chicken music goes. But I do like just how this feels. Maybe just having a little better graphics it makes the game a little bit better in most ways. I feel like this was designed for the Super Nintendo. I mean, even well, I guess the original just seemed restricted somehow. Like it wanted to have better graphics, but it couldn't. And I think this is just how they were able to push the graphics to where they wanted them to be. So I'm just gonna play a little bit of this, give you an idea. If you can see the screen very well, I'm not able to do a screen capture for this one because well, I have the cartridge for this one because it's not as expensive as the original. So I have the cartridge, I have the physical cartridge, and I have the Super Nintendo console, which is always what I usually try to do. I usually try to play whatever I'm playing on the original console, but sometimes, whether it's time or lack of funds, sometimes it's just not so convenient. So I end up using emulators, which is not ideal because you have to like go through setting up a controller. Oh wait, what just happened? I think I just... Oh, timeout. Okay. So you are timed in this game, which is a bit, makes it a bit difficult. You gotta complete each level in a certain amount of time. It's alright if you just don't... Oh man. If you just don't run out of time. So, all that to say, I like Alfred Chicken. And I wish he'd gotten more attention, because he's kind of a fun character. and kind of and these games are just sort of fun. I find them rather fun. There's a few different games that I would like to talk about on this channel that I feel don't get the attention that they're worth. So if you like this video, please make sure you drop a like, because that will let me know whether I should do another one of these reviewing another obscure game. And comment if you have any suggestions on things you would like me to review or demonstrate or take apart or what have you. I appreciate any suggestions, any feedback that you can give. And with that, I mean, I really don't have a whole lot more to say than what I've already said. I guess I would recommend getting Super Alfred Chicken over Alfred Chicken because, well, simply because it's so much cheaper, and well, it also, well, another thing I should have said earlier is, in the Super Nintendo version, you are allowed to continue from where you left off. There's like a password option, so that is something to consider if you actually want to beat this game and you're not really devoted to like playing for hours and hours like you would have to for the original. This would be the way to go, because you can save and put it down, write your password down, and then come back to it later. And if you've got a Super Nintendo, I mean, yeah, that's another thing to consider is, do you have a Nintendo or do you have a Super Nintendo? And get whichever one you need for that. But, like I said, the original is insanely expensive. So, yeah, use your best judgment and do what you think is best. And here I'm going to do what I think is best, and I'm going to try and beat this level. But, other than that, I really have nothing else to say. That's my opinions and thoughts and my ramblings on Alfred Chicken and Super Alfred Chicken. Thank you for watching. But folks, there's more. I just realized I forgot that Alfred Chicken was also released on the Nintendo Game Boy. So, I went ahead and ordered it. That's why the making of this video took a little bit longer than is usual. Here it is, the cartridge. Alfred Chicken for the Game Boy in all its glory, and this is the original, not Super. So we're gonna see how this works. I've got my Super Game Boy. Pop that into my Super Nintendo here. Hold on just a minute while I grab a controller. And let's see how this one plays. I've never played this before in my life, so this will be a completely new experience. So I will just give you my thoughts on how this game compares to the other two. Power on. Make sure we can see. Alright, here goes. So I am going to just zoom in a little bit here. Okay. We got the same type of music as the original. So let's give it a run. Hold on just a second. Let me change my control scheme. We want. Yeah, that's right. Okay, and what's this? Alright, we're good there. Alright, colors is fine. Well, you know, I'm gonna switch it to, excuse me for a minute while I just fiddle with this. What's gonna show up best on the camera? I don't know, it doesn't seem like it makes a huge difference. Whoa. I guess I don't really usually fool around with this feature of the Super Game Boy, being able to change the color scheme. That looks good. Alright, so it looks pretty much identical to, well, no, this looks more like Super Alfred Chicken to me. Oh dear, I just died. This feels a lot more like Super Alfred Chicken. Level design, I think, is the same. Yeah. But the controls are... Well, no, this is different from either of the two. This level design is different. So in each of these games have slightly different levels. Wait, no. I'm wrong about that. This is the NES. No. Forget everything I just said. Sorry, I'm not very clear playing this for the first time. This is, as far as I can tell, identical to the NES version of the game. So, this is the original version of the game. If you want to play the original version for a lower price, get the Game Boy version. Well, I mean, if you have a Game Boy. So yeah, this is the Game Boy version. I like this a lot. It feels like the NES version, pretty much exactly. Has the same graphics, except no color. Obviously, it's just black and white. Unless you got like the Game Boy Advance, where you can. I think that has like kind of like this, where you can add some spectrum of colors, but it's still technically monochrome. But anyway, so yeah, this is Alfred Chicken for the Game Boy. I'm just gonna play it for a little bit, see if I have any more thoughts, and yeah, from what I can tell, it's basically the same as the NES version. Alright, so you can see that I'm not actually very good at this game, but I'm okay with that. Oh man. Still peck the floor, which is fun. And again, that's just your crouch move, but it's just a nice little thing to do. It's fun. And with that, I think I'm going to call this video. So, final thoughts. If you have a Nintendo Entertainment System, get the original. If you have a Super Nintendo, look for the Super Alfred Chicken. Each one, if you have a Game Boy, look for the Game Boy port. Each one has its own different feel, its own different, I guess, graphic. Well, I guess each one just has its little nuances, but they're all the same. I mean, overall, the Nintendo or Super Nintendo version is obviously a little bit more, I don't know. It's what was I gonna say? It's definitely a lot more different than the other two are from each other, if that makes any sense. So yeah, like what I'm saying is the Game Boy and the NES versions are the same game, just on different consoles. If you think I missed anything, go ahead and tell me in the description down below, and I will try and answer your question as best I can. Again, thank you for watching for the last time, and have a great day.